Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn about the interest. First we will learn about the introduction to the interest, why interest is required, why we borrow the money, and then we'll be learning about the types of interests. Then we'll be learning about the terms which are required for this particular part. And also we will be learning about calculation of simple interest. So first we'll learn about the money, why we are borrowing the money, why we are lending the money. See, when a person, a simple person, a normal person is going to purchase some of the bigger thing, like a house or any of the like refrigerator, washing machine, etc. And he is not having that much money to purchase that, then certainly he thinks of going for borrowing the money from someone. And when he borrows the money, then the lender comes. He lends the money just for the investment. He is having the money, he is helping the person, but also he is taking some benefit from that. That is the way we require the money and to pay the interest. And what is interest? That is the extra money which we are paying for borrowing some money or using someone's money. Then why interest is to be paid? As I told you that this is the earning of the person who is lending the money. Second thing is that the value of the money changes after some time. Suppose we are borrowing the money for 1 year or 2 years from someone. After 1 or 2 years, the value of the money reduces, and that's why to cover up that, the person charges some interest. Next thing is inflation. Whatever the item we are purchasing today for some cost, after some time, the same cost cannot be paid for the same item. We have to pay more. Just to meet that particular thing, the lenders charge the interest. And we pay the interest because we need the money to meet our requirements. Now, how many types of interest we have? There are two types of interest in general. One is the simple interest, second is the compound interest. Now we'll learn about the terms which are required for calculation of the interest. The first term here is principal. What is principal? This is the amount which we are borrowing or the person is lending. It means the initial value of the amount which is borrowed or lended is known as the principal, and it is represented by capital P. Then comes the rate of interest. According to the length of time, the rate at which the interest is paid is known as the rate of interest. It is generally represented by small r and is described as percentage. It may be per month or per annum or according to different timings. We can also represent it by small I, and here I is equal to r upon 100. Then comes the amount, the final amount which we are paying with the interest to clear up the debts is known as the amount. It means amount is the sum of the principal and the interest. Therefore, we can say that A is equal to P plus I. I is the interest which is calculated. Now we'll be learning what is simple interest and how to calculate it. What is simple interest? Simple interest actually is calculated on the principal, the initial money which we have borrowed or lended, at a fixed rate, which is given percentage, as I told you, R%. For the entire period for which the money has been borrowed or lended. So we can understand simple interest is calculated on the principal and not on the interest which has been earned or calculated for the previous periods. The formula for the simple interest is I equal to P into R into T upon 100. We can also write this as P into I into T, where we take I as R upon 100. Then what will be the amount? Amount is P plus I, principal plus interest. We can also write this as P plus P into I into T. If we take P common, this is P into 1 plus IT. Now we discuss some of the examples on this, and the first one here is find the simple interest on rupees 6,000 for 2 years at 5% per annum. So here, according to the problem, when we go for the solution, we find P, the principal is rupees 6,000. The time T is 2 years. And the rate R has been given as 5% per annum. We can also write this as I is equal to 5 upon 100. Or we can write 0.05. Now to calculate the simple interest I, will we have P into I into T? Apply the formula. And then we apply the values 6,000 into 5 upon 100 into T is 2. This 100 cancels these two zeros. And we are getting the answer 5 into 2, 10 into 6 T, that is 600. It means the interest here is rupees 600. This is the way we can calculate the simple interest on any of the money which has been borrowed or lent. The second example we discuss here is in what time a money will be doubled at 5% per annum rate of simple interest. When we find the solution of such problem, what we have to find? We have to find out the time T. Remember, sometimes we write the time as N also. The time here is to be found out. The rate of interest, that is simple interest, has been given as 5%. It means we can write I as 5 upon 100. Then principal, we are not given, and we are given that money should be doubled. So we can consider the principal as X or 100. Here suppose we take, let the principal be rupees X. Then according to problem, we have that amount is rupees 2X. Double of itself. Then what will be the interest? We know principal is to be added in the interest to get the amount. Amount is equal to P plus I. So we can calculate that I will be equal to amount minus principal or not. Amount is 2X. Principal is X. So this will be X here. Now we have the interest X. We have the principal is X, we have the rate here, and we have to find out the time. We can apply the formula. We know that interest is P into I into T. Can we write here I is X, P is X, small I is 5 upon 100, time we have to calculate. Do we find here this X and X will cancel? And then we are getting T will be equal to 100 upon 5. That is 20. It means in 20 years the money will be double. So we can write therefore time is equal to 20 years. That is the answer. The next problem we have, what sum of money will produce rupees 3600 at 6% per annum simple interest in 3 years. Here we have to calculate the principal. So we write for solution that principal is to be found. Rate R has been given as 6%. It means I is 6 upon 100 or 0.06. Time has been given here as 3 years. And the interest has been given as rupees 3600. Applying the formula that interest I is P into I into T. We apply the values. I is 3600. P we have to calculate. I is 6 upon 100 and T is 3. By transposition, will we get here P is equal to 3600 into 100 upon 6 into 3. That is equal to 3600 into 100 upon 18. 18 cancels it 200 times. So this comes as rupees 20,000. It means rupees 20,000 will produce interest of rupees 3,600 at 6% per annum rate of interest in 3 years, and that is the answer here. So we have discussed different problems on simple interest here. In the next video, we will be discussing about the compound interest and the calculations of compound interest and the amount. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any comments or doubts, leave them in the comment box and I will get back to you.